everyone. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. My name is Tango, and I am very, very dead. Alright, so today, I no longer am one of those warm bloods, and we are going to fit the role. We're going to turn that on first. We are going to do what dead people do, and today, I have some plans that I think you guys are going to like. There's been a lot of traps put on the server, right? A lot of traps, you know. Oops, I dunked you into lava. Or oops, I dropped TNT on your face and accidentally exploded you. Those are fine. Those are fine. We're going to take it to the next level today. And today, we're going to kill people with chickens. But before we get started, I want to reassure you guys I have not forgotten about our dragon heads here. I want to finish this one off a little bit more detail work. And we got to do the one on the other side, which will be different. And of course, there is a boombox, which I got to get back to. I can't wait. Now that people are dying, maybe we can play a few scrimmage games with some dead people. Maybe. Sounds pretty good. But today's about killing people with chickens. So today's going to be a Redstone-y episode. We're using the red box, and there's going to be a whole lot of this today. A little bit of this. A whole lot of this, some more of that, and of course, some of this to build with, because why not? I am out of quartz. The day has come, finally. I gotta go dig quartz. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a hole. That's right, we've dug a hole out here. It's beautiful, it's large, not really, but it's gonna be big enough to accommodate the trap that we're gonna do today. Now, I could tell you where said hole is, but I'm not gonna do that. I could tell you who we're trapping today, but I'm not going to do that because some of you can't be trusted. If I showed you where the trap was, B-double-O's on. I got to log out. Just kidding. It's not B-double-O. But if I told you guys where the trap was, there'd be comments. Oh my gosh, watch out for the thing. And that's not going to happen. But we're going to get started here. I'm going to build a little bit of foundation, and then we'll tell you how people are going to die because of chickens today. So one of the things that's going to make this trap interesting is I'm not going to just drop the person in lava or explode them and kill them. No, we're going to drop them into an inescapable room that they cannot leave and force them to punch bats in the face and force them to play a little game that may result in them losing their life if they fail. So step one is going to be to make the inescapable room, okay? And now I know when I say inescapable, there will be exceptions like chorus for, I'm sure will get you out and stuff, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty inescapable. So here's the general idea. We'll take it in parts here, but the general idea now, imagine this glass is the floor or a wall or ceiling or any edge of the box that I'm going to drop them into, okay? Imagine we have a piston here that is continually powered on a clock, for instance, okay? So if it's solid powered like that, and I break this here, obviously the piston doesn't get an update, so it's not going to, forcibly do its shenanigans there, right? But if this is like on a clock where it's like bam, 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 extra bam, bam, then as soon as I do break any area of this line, like this, for instance, right? Then suddenly on the next tick, boom, the piston is allowed to push now up to the immovable block, and more importantly, the observer notices a change. And of course, you could take this concept from the first dimension to the second and to the third dimension, which is what we're going to do today. How many deaths on the other? Just yours. Mwah. Ha, 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 ha. Cough. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you could take this concept to the second and third dimension and form like a loop or even a 360-degree box, which is what we're going to do today. So you can see right here, like if that piston was on a clock, it'd be pushing this way, and any of those blocks that are broken would be detected by that observer, and then over here, pushing down would be detected by that over there, by that. You get the idea. It forms like a little loop. Now we could take that and kind of project it and form a box, and then just do the same thing flipped on the other sides. We've got a 9x9 platform here now, and this is where, this block right here, this is where they're going to fall in. They're going to be like, where am I? And they're not even going to know what's going on. They're going to be enclosed in the inescapable box of doom, and there's going to be a little thing on the wall, a little book on the wall that explains to them how we're going to have fun at their expense, and they're probably going to die and all that misery and blah, blah, blah. All right. But what's going to happen now is they're going to be forced to participate in the game. If they don't want to participate in the game, they can try to escape, but that's just going to lead to a mess, and I'll just be disappointed because they won't even have played the game that I worked so hard on. Hoping they play the game, all right? The game now is, you'll see there are 6 stone pressure plates here, okay? The idea now is you have to have all 6 of these pressure plates depressed at the same time. And of course, that is not possible for one person to do. I mean, you could get like maybe 2 of them down at once, but not 6, all right? So the answer, of course, is chickens. You need to, you're gonna have like buckets and buckets and buckets of chickens. And by that, I probably mean 2 double chests. And you're gonna have to pick up as many eggs as you can and start throwing around and making chickens appear. And you have to get the chickens to all stand on these pressure plates at the same time. If you do that before the time runs out, the exit will open up and allow you to walk away to your freedom. If you don't, bad things are going to happen. So pretty simple stuff. I think we're going to go with a 9x9 room here, and I want to put some lamps on this side. This is where we're going to have our timer now. And cap it off like so. So you'll come in here, and when you start the challenge, those are all going to be lit up. And then as you are playing the game and fighting for your life, these are going to slowly fade away. And when the last light fades away, so too does your life. All right, pretty big update here. Most of the redstone for the inescapable room aspect of this is done in place. You'll see like a lot of familiar things that we were showing before. For instance, that piston there, and all of these pistons are attempting to push the floor over. And that line of observers there is, monitoring that floor to see if it slides at all. And if it does, and there's that kind of system on all 6 sides, actually. So I think we're basically ready. This is going to be the scoreboard right here. We'll have like a hopper and a chest that like suck the items out slowly or something like that. I'm not sure. But we're ready to get started here. Now, interesting little tidbits. I kind of, not want to say struggled with this game, but I struggled with this game because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. My first goal was to automatically release the chickens in here, and you had to kill the chickens and prevent them from walking on the pressure plates. And that was actually a little bit more fun. And I had like rockets shooting up from the floor so that every time the chickens stepped on a redstone ore, they would activate it, and an observer below, blah, 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 and basically had fireworks blowing up in your face. And it was actually fun, but then I forgot the obvious part that chickens die when the fireworks go off, and that pretty much killed the whole game. But it was that, who knows, maybe that's a game for another day. There's something to be done there. I was also struggling with, like, do I want to have some of this be glass? Because, I'm basically going to be claiming to the person in here, hey, if you break anything, any block at all, any floor, ceiling, wall, you're going to die. That's what the book's going to say. And they might be like, what? What are you, I'm just going to bust my head. Ooh, and then they're dead. So I'm thinking maybe glass like this would help, like, sell it and make convince them. Like, hey, buddy, you see all these observers here? All these observers here are there ready to watch everything you do. And it might be a little bit more intimidating, but it also might detract from the game, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, we got the exit door in place here, and basically there's going to be some glass that pulls up and pushes down like this, and this is how they're going to get out right here. Now, a couple things. I put obsidian there because I don't want them to... It's like when they break any block, basically TNT is going to start raining down on them, but obviously TNT takes, like 4 or 5 seconds for it to go off. I don't want them to be able to break this block and be like, shoop, off the ladder, see you later, sucker. I don't want that. So if they break the ladder, they're going to have to break through this obsidian here before they can even get out, or any of this other stuff here. So they're kind of not going to be able to get out in time, And all these other blocks, I'm going to probably put like a lot of obsidian around all this stuff so that they can't do just that. They can't break and then escape and run away before. But there's going to be a lot of TNT. It's just going to destroy the whole thing, basically. So anyways, here we go. We got ladders there to show them what's happening. These 2 things will be closed. So let's see. I want to get a sign here. And I want this sign to say, like, let's see. Exit up. We'll do like a little shoop, shoop. I mean, like a shoop, shoop, like that. And then we'll say, like, breaking glass. I want this to be very clear. Glass will kill you. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so they won't have any idea of actually breaking through this glass. Now, how do they get in here, right? They're going to fall from up there and land on this pressure plate. This was one of the tricky parts. Like, how do you have an inescapable room that has a hole in it that you could fall in? Obviously, you could just shoot out the hole. So what's going to happen is they're going to come in here, land on this pressure plate, redstone, redstone, redstone. This piston here is going to push the block on top of the head they just came in, and then that'll like then lock down the inescapable room. So it'll be like this, like bam, that closes, this closes up here, and now the clock started and all the observers are active, monitoring, making sure that they aren't going to break any walls down. So we're back here over at the base and picking up a few supplies, little books and everything, a couple item frames so we can explain the game. But I want to show you something I was up to. I had a live stream today and I think it turned out great, guys. I worked on the dragon's head and I am super pleased with how it turned out. Hang on a second here. We've got, boom. All right, hold on. Hold on. Don't get crazy on me now, right? Boom. All right, so I thickened up the neck a little bit here. I should really get on my spectator counter. I thickened up the neck there a little bit, and I broadened out the bridge of the nose. And look at the nose. Check out the nose. How cool is that? The dragon's got little puffs of smoke coming out of his nostrils. I absolutely love it. I love it. It's so amazing. But yeah, I think that it looks a lot better now. I changed the eye out instead of the sea lantern. I put just a, what is it? The diorite wall there. But yeah, all this got thickened out a little bit. And it even looks a little bit better on this side, I think. Hang on. Let me get into floatification zone. There you go. So I think this looks fantastic now. And a couple people in the live stream said, you know what, you should be, and there was like 1,000 comments who said this too. A lot of people said, you know what, you should be able to fly through the dragon's mouth into your base. So we made that happen too. I also dabbled with a little bit of adding some tongue. Everything's fine. That still scares me every time. All right, so here's his mouth there, okay? And I'm dealing with like a tongue action going on here. Like I'm trying to think, mixing like nether wart and like blocks and nether rack or something. I don't know how far I'll take it out. I basically ran out of nether wart blocks. I got to get some more, but I think it looks good. I mean, you don't really see that he even has like a hole in his mouth from the outside, so that's why I was okay with it. But overall, I'm super happy with this now. The nostril smoke is pretty much just the coolest thing ever. Absolutely love it. And then the dragon's face and everything too. It fixed all the issues. The throat is much better. The bridge of his nose and everything, all so good. So now, not now, but later, next episode, maybe, who knows, we'll see. We're going to be doing another dragon over here, and it's going to be different. It's going to be purple, obviously, a little bit stubbier on the nose, and then we're going to bring this tower up and then just meld it all together, and I cannot wait. Hello there, Death Chicken. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, we're just about done here. I think we're like 95% done with all the redstone here. And it's taken a while to get all this working and stuff. I got to test it and stuff. We got to run through, but we have all the redstone in to do the inescapable room to make sure that clock is active so that if any block inside is broken, the trap will automatically be triggered. We have the timing mechanism here. You can see the lights and stuff. So if time expires, the trap will be set. And up top, we have the, we'll call it the penalty distribution center, in case they don't solve the puzzle in time. But if they do solve the puzzle in time, we have a little escape tunnel here that will allow them to freedom. I think we're just about good to go here now. But one last thing I just added, and that is theme music. Yes, every tense game, every stressful game needs some stressful music added to it. So as soon as they start the game and the timer is ticking and the game is going, this is going to happen. I love it. So we have stressful theme music here. Oh, it's so good. So this was obviously not done by me because I don't have a musical bone in my body. This was done by a good friend of mine who just goes by the name Duke. You might have known him as Duke the Minecraft or Duke the Pianist. He streams on Mixer, guys, and if you are, I have to give him a shout out, of course, because he is an amazingly talented person at pretty much everything he does. If you are into some chill music streams and some piano streams, he plays live on Mixer at mixer.com/Duke, and he's just amazing. Highly recommend. But anyways, I gave him this. I'm like, hey man, can you? Because I know he's really good at note blocks. I'm like, hey, can you do like some tense music for like a contest or something like that? And he's like, oh, sure. And literally like 10 minutes later, he comes up with this. And I was just like, are you kidding me right now? It's perfect. So he did all this, and it fits amazingly. So we got it hooked up right here. So when this dropper kicks the item over, it will turn on all this music and everything's going to happen. I love it. Yeah, so this is the extent of my musical inclination here. Like, I'm trying to add like a little tune or whatever when you lost, so they know the game's over and they know they should pucker up because they're about to die. But I think this needs to be longer. Like, that's too long. I want like a dun dun dun. Let's see. Let's try 3 ticks. That'll work. That'll work, I suppose. I mean, it'd be great if I had like chords and other stuff like that has with multiple musics and notes. No, we're just gonna. You're dead. So I was just about to test this thing and I realized I don't have enough eggs for this. I mean, I got enough for like the person to do the challenge, but not enough for me to test to see if the thing works. So we're gonna head over to an oldie but a goodie here. This is the chicken fountain that ZF and I made. And of course it's running. Of course it's been lagging this server for 10 months now, probably. This is a project Zed and I made way back at like the beginning of the season with this trick with a water column that isn't supported by anything. And it just keeps recycling the chickens. They float down and then they just get swooped back up to the top and shot out to the side. And it's pretty much a thing of beauty. This is causing significant lag. Probably in Impulse's base for like the longest time. We have 2 buttons here. We have release the chickens and we have decease the chickens. And I think it's time to decease the chickens. Yes. Oh, this makes me so happy. I remember we made this thing. Look, cooked chicken for days. Look at it. This is the greatest thing ever. This is exactly what Minecraft was made for. Useless inventions like this. I love it. Look at all the arrows. Look at this. All right, we gotta head downstairs because we're here for. I got a little sidetracked. We gotta head down for some eggs, and this is our chickenerator here, which lays the eggs. Okay, we got some. Not is okay. There should be plenty here. I need to fill her up. That's a lot of fire arrows. Let the testing begin. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do this in little phases. I want to first test to make sure that the triggering of the system works correctly. This is iron trapdoors here. That'll obviously be solid iron blocks before I leave here. That's just so I can get in and out. This is where they will land. That should close the glass doors here. And it says, exit up through the obsidian. Breaking glass will kill you. I put the obsidian there. I don't know if I said this or not, but I put the obsidian there just to kind of slow them down. Because once TNT starts falling, like I don't want them to just be able to break it, just get out of there before the first TNT explosion goes off. Okay, so we've got all kinds of eggs here ready to go. I've got a book there. We'll read that in a little bit. It says, read if you want to live, and we'll explain what the soul sand is there for and everything. But what should happen here first now is if I click on this. Okay, so that closed the door, and now the redstone is ticking behind the scenes now, which is fantastic. So technically now I could break any block in here, and I should fail the challenge. Which block should we pick? Should we pick ceiling, floor, walls, anything? We'll go this one right here. Doom, doom, doom. Okay, good. And you hear that clicking, that would be their death. That's these guys right here, which would be dispensing TNT right now, and they'd be very sad. Excellent. Okay, I've done a lot more testing now, and a couple little more bug fixing and the thing, and I think everything is working good now. It's time to read the book.
Greetings, warm blood. You have stumbled into an inescapable chamber. If you break any block, you will die a horrible death. Do not test this. Today, we're going to play a little game with your life. Heed my words carefully, and you may live another day. Your beating heart is weak and vulnerable. It can only handle so much pressure before it explodes. The stone pressure plates are the key. Press all at once, and tomorrow you shall see. But when their last lamp fades, so too will your life. Throw any item into the soul sand to begin your demise.
Okay, yes. We're back, and we are ready for the first full test here. I want to close this off, because we're actually going to spawn chickens this time. Get that and that out. Bam, bam. All right, it's just as if we were locked in here now. Everything's good. The door closed. The glass is shut. We have lots of eggs. Let's grab a whole bunch. Hopefully we won't need more than that. Let's see what happens. Go. All right, the fireworks would have killed off. All right, we need a lot of chickens now. No, oh, I'm gonna tear through these stacks so fast. Okay, this is going through eggs a lot faster than I thought. Now the key here is to get. Oh, it's gonna use so many chickens. Oh, how's our time? Oh, our time's not doing good at all. Now the key is to shoot the eggs at the existing chickens, because that gets them moving around. When you hit a chicken, it moves the chicken around. And I'm gonna stand on one of these. Give me more eggs. Shoot those guys. Get them moving. Get them moving. We need a lot more chickens than this. How's our time doing? Not good. Not good at all. Oh, good. No. Oh, there's me dying right there. Oh, why did the door open? That door should not have opened. It probably wouldn't matter because you're dying anyways. Okay, that used a lot of eggs and I didn't even come close. I need to extend the timer significantly. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we are done here. I've upped the time significantly. This is the amount of item count we're going with here for the game timer. This is looking at about 83 seconds right there for all that stuff, I believe. We're done. We're done. The trap is in. That's going to drop them in here. And this is going to be good. This is going to be good. So now it's time for just some final showings here. We're going to, let's see, I want to put the TNT up top. I haven't done that yet. I also want to add a little bit of, let's see here, like, shall we say intimidation, maybe? Maybe like a little bit of, I don't want to mess this up here. Let's see, we'll do one there. We'll do one, how do I want to do it? Two angle on each one. Okay, so there, we'll do there. Oh, did I just break redstone? No, that was a torch, I think. Okay, we're fine. And right there, we're gonna put some TNT in the ceiling here, just so that they know we mean business here. Okay, that's gonna get it. That's gonna get it going here. Now, those of you that are astute and paying attention here, you'll notice there's a little obsidian here. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. We're gonna make it a little bit more interesting, in case there's some stray eggs that get thrown around. And the thing that most people don't understand about these beautiful end crystals is they have a massive hitbox, much bigger than you would expect. Like, if you were standing right here, you'd think you could throw an egg right there. And if you did, you're going to be sad. Because let's face it, if they hit this, it blows up the ceiling. That counts towards breaking a wall block, and you're not going to have a fun time after that. So this is it. Say goodbye to this room. We're done. Let's head out. Let's put the, oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no, I didn't think. I have to disable timers. Okay, redstone disabled. Hopefully. I hope I'm not causing problems here. Okay, good. Okay, bam and bam. You are closed in and ready. Let's load up the top now, up here. Now, let's see. I did have to move around some of the dispensers, unfortunately, because of the way the drop area works here. Let's see here. How about we have 5 drop that. Honestly, 16 TNT is going to be plenty, because it's going to be like drop, 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 drop. I mean, if you're alive after 16 TNT drops, then you deserve to live, apparently. All right. Bam, bam. Extra bam over here, and last one right there. You get a little bonus, a little extra something there. No, you don't. Hold on, I'm stingy. Okay, that's them all. That's all of them, right? We're good? We're good? We're good? We're loaded up. TNT in the thing. I hope I'm not forgetting something. I hope I'm not forgetting something. Let's see if we catch somebody. Well, that will do it for today. I feel I've done my part as a new member of the Dead team. What do you say? And I'm just getting warmed up, guys. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm going to see how many people I can collect. I love it. How many souls I can bring into my grasp. All right, guys. If you enjoyed episodes like this, let me know. Don't be afraid to hit that like button or the subscribe button if you are not yet. And I will see you guys next time with more Dead stuff.